It was all gone. Everything he had worked for, his entire future, shattered in a single night. How did this happen? How did Pip, the most successful investor in the forest, lose everything? To understand, we have to go back just 1 week, to a time when Pip was on top of the world. After the massive success of the Great Forest Dam, Pip's investment had made him a local celebrity. His single oak tree was a symbol of genius. He spent his days polishing its leaves, protecting it from single caterpillars, and telling everyone the story of his brilliant decision. He had found the one perfect investment, and he believed it was all he would ever need. One afternoon, the wise badger came to visit. He looked at the magnificent tree, and then he looked at Pip with a serious expression. "Pip," the badger said calmly, "your tree is wonderful, but a wise gopher never builds his burrow on a single pillar, no matter how strong it seems." Pip just laughed. "Don't worry, wise badger. This isn't just a tree, it's the best tree. It's connected to the best dam, run by the best beaver. Nothing can go wrong." The badger sighed. "I hope you are right, Pip, but the future is like the weather. It is unpredictable." That night, the badger's words began to come true. The sky turned dark gray. The wind began to howl. Pip sat inside his cozy burrow, at first unconcerned. A little rain never hurt anyone. But the storm grew worse. The wind sounded like a monster trying to break in. Rain lashed against his window. And then a flash of lightning lit up the entire forest for a second. In that second, Pip saw a terrifying sight. His beautiful oak tree was bending violently in the wind. Pip's heart pounded in his chest. All his wealth, all his future was out there, fighting the storm alone. He spent the rest of the night huddled in a corner, listening to the terrifying sounds of nature's fury. Finally, the storm passed. A nervous silence fell over the forest. With a trembling heart, Pip opened his door. He ran to the spot where his tree stood and saw the nightmare that we saw at the beginning. It was broken, worthless. He had lost everything. As Pip sat there, completely devastated, a kind paw touched his shoulder. It was the wise badger. He sat down next to Pip, not saying a word, just sharing his grief. After a while, the badger took a stick and drew a picture in the mud. "This was you, Pip," he said, drawing a single large basket filled to the brim with acorns. Then the badger gently pushed the drawing of the basket with his stick. He drew lines showing it tipping over and all the acorns spilling out, lost in the mud. One basket, one accident, and everything is gone. Pip nodded, tears streaming down his face. The badger then erased the picture and drew something new. "And this," he said, "is how a wise investor builds their wealth." He drew 10 small baskets, each with just a few acorns inside. The badger pushed one of the small baskets. It tipped over, spilling its few acorns. "One accident," he said, looking at Pip. "But 9 baskets are still safe. 90% of your wealth is untouched." This, Pip, is the most important rule of investing. It is called diversification. Pip finally understood. His confidence had turned into arrogance. He wasn't smart by betting everything on one winner. He was just lucky, until his luck ran out. He didn't have much left, but he had the dividends he had collected and a few seeds he had kept aside. And now he had knowledge. He didn't just invest in one thing. He took some seeds and invested in a family of moles who were starting a mushroom farm. He took a few more and became a partner in the local beehive, earning a share of their honey. Months later, Pip stood not before one single tree, but in the middle of his new, small but varied garden of investments. He had learned that true wealth isn't about finding one perfect investment. It's about building a strong, resilient portfolio that can survive any storm. He now owned not one big thing, but small pieces of many great things. Pip's new garden was safe, but the streams of profit from his many investments was small. How could he make them grow faster? How could he turn these small trickles of wealth into a roaring river? There is a secret to that, a force the wise badger called the eighth wonder of the world. Subscribe to Gopher Business to learn about the magic of compound interest.